Alright, so welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be doing a comic review of one of my favorite comics, Kill or Be Killed, issue number 15. So, we start this issue with a bit of a time jump of I think, a couple months, I'm not totally sure, but Dylan has now been admitted into a mental hospital kind of psych ward kind of place and is being treated for what he's been going through, being in what I think it's called a circle. I'm not totally sure what the real kind of technical term is, but I think it's like where, they share what they've been going through, kind of like an AA meeting type thing. And you get Dylan kind of being all alone. He's kind of being like outsider of the group. He doesn't really want to talk about what he's going through, maybe because he thinks everybody's going to think he's crazy. Because, of course, they would. He talks a little bit about how he feels about this place. One of the guys he met there. I really like how they brought this in, kind of foreshadow. Well, it's not foreshadowing. I mean, it's did it as a flash forward, and then you flash back to earlier what happened and why he ended up here next. Then, of course, they flash back to where we last left off with Dylan and Kira. They're still in their relationship. But Dylan's kind of having a rough time of how he's gonna move forward with the whole demon thing and killing people. At the same time, he's trying to wrestle with the fact of whether the demon he's seen is real or not. He's still questioning it all, especially due to the fact that he learned that his brother saw the same demon. He's wondering if it's genetic, and he's upped his meds a lot, so he's trying to figure things out. He's trying to figure out if this demon's real, and if it is, what he should do about it. If he should tell anybody. It's majorly trying to take over his life right now. He's trying to ignore it, but it's becoming more and more to the fact that he's just seeing it more and more all the time, and it's just driving him crazy. The things I really like about this part of the story is how when the demon is kind of always there with him and talking to him a lot, I really like how they bring back the part earlier in the story. I forget what issue it really actually was, but earlier in the story, it had the demon kind of over his shoulder talking about how that person did this and that person did that, so they're good possible victims. I really like how they brought that back in this, when he talks about how one person's a drunk driver and the other one's a wife beater. I don't know if these are the exact same things he said back then, but I feel like that's a good bring back around kind of part of the story. So that was one thing I really liked about this part of the story. So as time goes on, Dylan begins to just ignore the demon, which the demon keeps trying to remind him he can't do. His next kill is due in a couple weeks in due time. And I really like that part. I really like how Dylan is just trying to run away, but yet the demon is still there, constantly over his shoulder, reminding him that he's not going away and he still owes him. And then eventually, later in the story, Dylan eventually decides he's going to tell Kira everything about the demon and his brother and everything. And then you got the demon on his shoulder as usual, telling him, no, it's not a good idea, she won't understand, and it's just going to end badly for him. But Dylan is kind of at the end of his rope. He's tired of this. He's not going to listen, and he starts yelling at the demon. Kira thinks he's crazy because, of course, she can't see it. She doesn't understand what's going on. So he ends up both yelling at the demon and her. And, of course, what happens? He wakes up Mason, who ends up barging in. So, of course, what happens? Dylan gets annoyed and starts yelling at Mason. And Mason doesn't understand why he's mad. And then Dylan brings up what happened between him and Kira. And it just goes all crazy and pretty much to hell at that point. And then, as things begin to escalate, the demon, who was sort of taunting him, tells Dylan to make Mason pay and pretty much make Dylan be his sacrifice for the month and make him pay for what he did and made him feel when he was dating Kira. So I really like this kind of thing about how the demon's kind of being like that thing where you got that good and bad voice on your shoulder kind of thing. I really like how they might put that into the story. But at this point, Dylan has had enough and is not going to listen to the demon anymore. He's just pretty much going into a fit of rage and turns around and begins attacking and strangling the demon. This is the part I really like, though, is as Dylan's attacking and strangling the demon, then pans down and reveals that he is really strangling Mason. I really like that. I feel like that was a good way to show how the demon is kind of getting more powerful. I like how at the end of the last issue it showed Kira kind of as the demon, and now in this issue it has the demon where he's doing strangling the demon and it reveals it's Mason. I feel like I wonder if they're going in a route where it's gonna be revealed that the demon can actually manifest or maybe possess people, and that's how Dylan is eventually gonna kill people. I don't know. That's just a thought. I don't know, but I really like this kind of reveal in this part of the story. And then, of course, you have Kira, who ends up knocking Dylan out to stop him from attacking Mason. I really like this line about how Mason just says, "Oh, I guess you really care about me," and then she just turns to him and just like, "Shut up." I really like how that just like she doesn't really care about him. She was just stopping Dylan. Then Dylan begins to get us caught up with the story. Does it so after that incident he was ended up put on 48-hour psychiatric watch. But his mom ended up getting him transferred into the facility he currently is in. However, Dylan realizes he still can't escape the demon even in the mental facility, and the demon keeps reminding him that he's got 1 week to fulfill his debt to the demon, otherwise he knows the consequences of what will happen. So then we get caught back up with where the story began, and Dylan's back in the group, and he's decided he's gonna share. He's done running. He didn't get to tell Kira what he wanted to, so he's gonna tell everybody here what he wanted to tell her. And he spills his guts. He says everything. Tells them about the demon, how he's been killing people, and how he's the vigilante killer in the red mask. However, the big reveal comes in the fact that the group leader reveals that the vigilante killer supposedly struck again and killed 3 people the night before, and it's been all over the news. So of course that leaves Dylan shocked, because now we don't know. Maybe there's another vigilante killer. Is the demon controlling more than one person? I really like how this twist came out. I wonder how they're gonna play off it. I wonder if Dylan actually maybe somehow escaped the facility and killed people. I'm very curious about how they're gonna tell us how this actually happened. This is very interesting. I did not see this cliffhanger coming or twist, and I'm very interested to see how this is resolved moving forward. I don't actually mean resolved, I mean how they're gonna address it. Very interested in that. So yeah. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on Kill or Be Killed issue 15. If you like this video, please give me a like, hit that subscribe button down below, and hit the bell icon. That way you'll be notified next time I upload anything having to do with Kill or Be Killed. I'll see you next time. This has been the Zombie Fan.